Bangkok. Thailand's vibrant capital offers visitors a rich tapestry of venerable temples, gleaming skyscrapers, irresistible shopping, mouth-watering cuisine and bustling street life, most of it spreading east from the banks of the winding Chao Phraya River all the way to the city's two busy international airports. What most people don't know is that the city's oldest temple isn't one of its most famous. Most tourists visiting Bangkok will see one of the temples that line the Chao Phraya, such as Wat Paknam or Wat Pu. But the leading contender for the city's oldest temple is tucked away on a tributary that is little more than a congested canal. To see it, you need to cross the river and venture west, deep into a part of the city called Thonburi, to this meandering clong. In the late 1500s, the river that once flowed here had been diverted eastward by a king whose throne sat dozens of kilometers to the north in Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya was a cosmopolitan capital on the trade route between China and Europe. So, after liberating itself from a brief period of rule by its Burmese neighbor, Ayutthaya entered the 17th century as a magnet for people from the farthest reaches of the globe. Japanese traders and mercenaries flowed in, as well as Catholics fleeing persecution under Japan's new ruler. In 1601, the first Dutch arrived in Siam. King Ekatotsarod of the Sukhothai dynasty, who took Ayutthaya's throne in 1605 after his brother died, continued the tradition of his great-uncle, King Chairachatirat, by enlisting foreigners in his army. Instead of the Portuguese who served Chairachatirat, Ekatotsarod built a corps of Japanese mercenaries, the Krom Asayipun. He added a corps of Dutchmen after giving the Dutch East India Company permission in 1608 to set up a trading post in Ayutthaya. Growing trade meant rising tax revenue, which helped the island entrepot of Bangkok expand in size and wealth. Almost 6 decades after King Chairachatirat diverted the mighty Chao Phraya to shorten the route for ships sailing between Ayutthaya and the sea, the old loop that once enclosed Bangkok had dwindled, creating new land on which to build. In 1610, Bangkok's increasingly prosperous residents started construction of a new temple, Wat Paknam Phasi Charoen. Wat Paknam was built in the style of Ayutthaya's temples, which is still evident in the temple's bell tower and in the Buddha inside its ordination hall. The temple flourished under royal patronage for almost 300 years, until the late 1800s, when it fell into disrepair and neglect, with only 13 monks in residence. In 1916, a monk named Luang Pu Pra Mangkon Tep Muni, better known as Luang Pu Sot, was appointed abbot of Wat Paknam and set about reviving it. Luang Pu built new residence for monks, promoted women in the clergy by establishing a community of nuns, and developed an influential school of meditation, Dhammakaya. He also established a respected school for the study of Pali, the language of the Buddhist scriptures. He even set up a primary school for neighborhood kids. By 1954, Wat Paknam had 225 monks, 400 nuns, and another 255 novices and disciples. And Luang Pu's teachings had inspired the creation of Wat Paknam branches in Japan, New Zealand, and the United States. Luang Pu died in 1959, but remains deeply revered at Wat Paknam. You'll spot his image and statue all over. Indeed, his remains are kept uncremated in a coffin on site. Wat Paknam's next abbot also had big plans. In 2004, Somdet Chuang began construction of a massive new stupa. Completed in 2012, the 80-meter structure has 5 stories, complete with an elevator. The lower floors are filled with a museum of Buddhist relics, a meditation hall, and even a parking lot. The highlight for visitors is on the top floor, where there is an 8-meter glass stupa beneath a mesmerizing, almost psychedelic ceiling painted with scenes from the Buddhist cosmology. If that wasn't enough to put Wat Paknam on the map, in 2021, the temple unveiled a giant 69-meter statue of Buddha in meditation. The statue towers over the neighboring area and is an unmissable landmark for anyone passing through. Anyone can visit Wat Paknam. Admission is free. If you're willing to splurge, you can book a long-tail boat at any one of the major piers between Pra Atit Pier north of the Grand Palace and Sathorn Pier to the south. You can also book a long-tail tour online that stops at Wat Paknam. A more economical way to get to the temple is simply to take Bangkok's modern underground to Bang Pai Station and walk 10 to 15 minutes to the temple. If you'd like to stay near Wat Paknam, choices are slim. Bangkok's luxury hotel chains have left the klongs largely unclaimed, and even boutique lodgings are hard to come by. One stands out, Arpo. This charming 4-bedroom villa has a kitchen and a swimming pool right on Bangkok Yai Canal. It offers canal-side seclusion, only 3 minutes walk to Bang Pai Metro Station. Alas, being next to the canal means being exposed to the frequent noise of the long-tailed boats. Arpo has space to accommodate only one group of up to 6 people, so be sure to book well in advance. For a budget alternative, try 51 Suanplu Residence. This 50-room hotel sits down a small alley in a rustic neighborhood a block from Bangkok Yai Canal. It's a somewhat long but interesting walk to Wat Paknam through fascinating Talat Phlu with its many canal-side temples, market and copious street food. Bangkok is famous for its street food, so don't miss the variety of dishes turned out at these humble street-side diners and carts. The food is served hot and healthy, but your best indication of whether it's safe is to see how many locals are dining there. You pay the bill after you eat. Don't forget, lest you get an angry waiter chasing you down the sidewalk. A 3-minute walk from Wat Paknam down a busy market street, you will find Kuay Jap Hia Liang. As its name suggests, its specialty is Kuay Jap, Chinese flat noodles, crispy pork belly, and duck eggs served swimming in a fragrant broth of herbs and soy. Kuay Jap often includes various bits of pig entrails. If that's not your cuppa, make sure to let the cook know. 15 minutes east of the temple, in busy Talat Phlu, Sunni red pork rice serves up delicious barbecue pork and crispy pork belly at tiny tables perched on the edge of the railway tracks. Once you've finished, stop in next door for some Thai desserts at Kanom Wat Talat Phlu. Across the street, in the market under the bridge, you'll find crispy pancakes at Sarantip Thai Kanom Luang. Wat Paknam is, like all temples in Thailand, a sacred place of worship. Visitors are welcome, provided they dress and behave respectfully. That means taking shoes off before setting foot inside the holy buildings. Many have shoe racks outside. Wear slip-ons to reduce the hassle of lacing and unlacing as you go from temple to temple. However you arrive, it makes sense to start your visit to Wat Paknam at the bell tower. Drop your shoes here and head for the Ubosot, or ordination hall, with its Ayutthaya-style Buddha and fascinating murals. While your shoes are still off, stroll to the 100-year pavilion and the statue of Luang Pu. Next to that is the solemn Luang Pu Wat Paknam Memorial Hall, where on the second floor you'll find worshippers paying their respects to Luang Pu's coffin. Afterwards, fetch your footwear and walk round the back of the Ubosot, past the monks' refectory in the Memorial Hall to the meditation garden along Bangkok Yai Canal. Then, stroll back south to the massive white stupa, take your shoes off and take the lift to the 5th floor to witness the awesome ceiling mural there. Finally, fetch your footwear for the highlight, a circumambulation of the giant Buddha